Excuse my hair, it's a proper Monica Geller moment.
It's the humidity!
Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today directly from the face of the sun. I hope you're all coping okay in this heat wave. It's so hot in London today. But that is good news because the theme of today's video is 5 things that I think you should do to enjoy lockdown in London. So it's summer, the weather at the moment is really hot, a bit too hot to be honest. Schools are out, people have got time booked off work where you're meant to be going on holiday and unfortunately can't. So you're probably thinking, what can I do? I'm stuck in London on a lockdown, or I live near London and maybe want to go there on a day trip. What can I do in London during this lockdown? Well, let me tell you 5 top suggestions that you should be doing. Number 1, go to a park. Now, London has so much green space around. We are so lucky. Literally, you can walk for 2 minutes and come across a new park. So there's space for everyone. And a lot of these parks have table tennis tables in them, basketball courts, skate parks, things like that built in. So that is really handy. So just bring the equipment that you need and add that addition to your park day. Otherwise, just have a picnic, have a barbecue. If I've learnt one thing in lockdown, it's that you cannot beat a park. It's the best venue. There's no entry fee, there's no closing time, there's no capacity. You can be with who you want, when you want. You can do, within reason what you want. It's just such a good place to go, and I really hope that people continue just hanging out in parks for long after lockdown goes. So grab some chairs, grab a mat, take some food, take a frisbee or a ball and go to the park and just spend time with your friends, just chilling, take some music. It's such a good day out and it's just a really fun thing to do. Some parks in London also have additional activities in them which are really fun. So if you're looking for something a bit more active than just having a picnic or having a barbecue, then I suggest checking out Hyde Park. They've got pedlos and they've got boats, rowboats. You can go out on the water there for either an hour or half an hour, and it's just such a fun addition to the day. It's all COVID secure, they've got track and trace, they've got sanitizer. It's just really, really fun. I don't know if I'm biased because I absolutely love boats and being on water is just like my happy place, but I went to Hyde Park and went on a rowboat and it was so much fun. The only thing I would say is an hour doesn't even feel like a lot because there's so much water that you can explore that by the time you've got halfway to where you want to be, it's time to turn back around again. But even so, it's so fun. Regent's Park as well, they've got pedlos. Again, you can do half an hour or an hour. I think it's only £2 extra for the hour, so I don't see why you wouldn't. A bit less effort on the arms. If you prefer a bit of a leg workout instead, then go for a pedalo. Again, really, really good. You can go around, just blocks off. I don't think you can go as far on the pedalos in Regent's Park as you can do in Hyde Park, but there's a nice little course if you like. So you can go around, there's like an island in the middle, just go around it, just have a look at what's going on the banks around you. Really nice scenery. We went and it was sunset and that was really nice as well. And putt in the park. So for example, Battersea Park, they've got a putt in the park. You have to book online beforehand, but again, just a really, really fun thing to do. There's 18 holes and it's the perfect mix of difficulty level along with fun. So some of them are just so easy, there's no crazy in the crazy golf, it's just a golf course. It's not like that to get your ball over water, around things, through things, but it's not so hard that you then get frustrated when you can't do it. So it's a really nice mix. It's about maybe an hour or so to complete it, obviously depending on how many people in your group, how many people in the group in front of you, how long they're taking, but it's really fun. And then they've also got a cafe adjoined to it, and you can get pizza there afterwards, you can get a drink. It's just really fun day out. So as you can see, I'm a huge ambassador of going to a park, so that is number one. Number two, hire a bike. Now, London is so lucky that you can hire a bike literally now on every single corner you go pretty much. There's the Santander cycles and they're so cheap. It's £2 for half an hour journeys at a time within 24 hours, and you can pick them up and drop them off at any point, any dropping point in London. So you can literally go anywhere. The city is your oyster. Although personally I wouldn't go on the roads, I'd stick to going to parks, like I know Hyde Park and the Olympic Park. They're really good for bike riding. Obviously, if you do feel more secure on the roads, if you are a pro, then you can use them to get around to wherever you need to go, and it's just so much fun. Like, life is so much more fun on a bike. Number three out of the 5 things that I think you should do in London in lockdown is go for a walk. Again, walking is something that I have always liked doing, but over lockdown I was forced to enjoy it more, you know, the one walk a day. So if that is also you, make the most of your new passion and use it now out in the sunshine. It's free or very, very cheap, depending, you know, you might want to buy some snacks en route. It makes for a really, really good day out. You get to see a lot of London scenery, you get to discover new things, new places that you might want to go when they reopen again. So walking is number 3. There's a really good route. It's from Paddington to Limehouse Basin. It takes you all across the Regent's Canal. It goes through Little Venice, which is perfect for lunch. It's so scenic. There's a boat on the river actually there. There's a cafe and they do really good food in there. It takes you past the back of London Zoo and you can see some of the animals at the back there, at the back of the zoo. And it takes you through Camden. You have to go off the river a bit and go through Angel. It basically takes you to every single terrain possible in London. You get to see all the different vibes. It's just a really, really good walk. It's about 9 miles, so prepare yourself. Take a lot of water, some snacks if you need them. Make sure you've got good shoes on, obviously. But yeah, prepare for that because that is really good. That's the one I'd recommend. Number 4, be a tourist. How often do we actually be a tourist in our own city? Normally, when you're in your own city, you're sort of rushing around, living your everyday life and not taking in the scenery. So I'm talking about Big Ben, Tower Bridge, Buckingham Palace. Go to them, see them, take your photos while the streets are quiet. Learn facts about London that you wouldn't think to learn before. I've always wondered what the open top buses say about London when they're going around saying their facts. So do stuff like that. Just really enjoy the city while streets are quiet and it's outside. So rather than going to the London Dungeons or Madame Tussauds, go to these places that are outside, and it's just a different day out than you might have done before. And number 5, the final thing I think you should do in London during lockdown is just go to a cafe, an independent restaurant, sit outside on the street and just observe. People watching is such a good time passer. It's one of my favourite things to do when I go on holiday. So why not do it in London? Just get yourself a nice drink, a nice bit of cake or something, and just watch as people go about their day. It's always so entertaining watching people wondering, you know, what they're up to, where they've come from, where they're going, maybe making up stories for them in your head. And all the while you're doing that, you're supporting these independent businesses, which is so important right now, obviously more than ever. So that's what I strongly recommend doing. So leave in the comments below if you've got any further suggestions that I should do or that anyone else should do in London in lockdown. Anything outdoors, anything that's cheap, anything that's going to be really fun and just help us get through this staycation together. Thanks very much for watching this video. I will leave my links below to my Instagram and to my blog. I've actually written a blog about this as well, so the link is below to go and check that out. Thanks very much for watching. Please like and please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye.